How to pick up women who work in clothing stores, right? We've all been in that situation where we're walking through a shopping mall and we look into one of the stores and it's like, oh, check out that girl in there. The store over there, there's a couple of hotties in that one. And it's like you want to go in and talk to those girls. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the mistakes to avoid when you go in and pick up women who work in clothing stores. The first one, not creating a sexual vibe. This is the most important because think about it, right? All day, every day, in most cases when women are working in clothing stores, they're going to be interacting with customers in a fairly positive way. People are going to be coming in and the girl's going to be saying, oh, hi, how are you today? Wow, you've been out shopping, and she's going to have a chat with them and be friendly. And the same goes with you. If you go in there and she's being friendly with you, hi, how you going? How's your day going? And you're having a very general chat, that's not then the step before getting her phone number, right? Because you're just like every other customer. What you need to do is create a sexual vibe between you and her, right? And the way that you do that is with flirting and with your body language. So if you're talking to her, instead of just talking to her like a normal customer, it's like, oh yeah, I'm just out doing a bit of shopping and I thought I'd come in and check out the shirts in here, sort of thing. Try having a bit more of a sexual vibe, so it's like she starts talking to you and you might talk to her, hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm just doing a bit of shopping today, and then have that normal chat with her, but then talk to her in this way. Start having a bit more of a this look up and down thing where you look her up and down a couple of times, you look at her mouth, up to her eyes sort of thing while she's talking, and have that sort of sexual vibe coming from you. And then she's going to start going, what? She's going to start having that sort of reaction, and then that sexual vibe between you and her will be established. Another way to do it, if you're not comfortable using that sort of sexual body language, is to use flirting and humor, right? So create a bit more of a playful dynamic between you and her where you're slightly dominating her, right? So you might say, look at you standing around, like, you don't do any work, you just stand around here all day, do you? Throwing that sort of stuff at her, right? If she says, oh, today's been so busy, I've been working so hard, it's like, you don't look like you've been working hard enough. I mean, look at the shelving over there, that needs some cleaning, and I can see out on the window there was a bit of dust on the window. So I think you got to work harder, and you're saying it in a playful way, you're going to be smiling and things like that, and she's going to laugh and enjoy it, right? But if you say that in a very serious way, she's not going to like it, right? If you don't have a smile and be more lighthearted about it like I was being. If you start saying to her, like if she says, it's been very busy today, I've been working so hard. If you say, well, you don't look like you've been working hard enough. The shelving over there is, dusty, and there's something on the window, sort of thing. It's not going to be funny, and she's not going to enjoy that. She's going to be like, why are you being rude? But if you can smile and see that show her that you're just being playful with it, then she's going to enjoy that. But what's going to create the sexual vibe is that you're actually dominating her, right? You're putting her on the spot. You're using language or using your conversation to, put her in a position where you're judging her, you're analyzing her. You're the more dominant one. You're the masculine one. You're leading the dance, so to speak, right? So that's another way of doing it. Escalating too fast, right? So when you meet a woman in a bar, you can walk up to her, and I've walked up to women in bars, looked them in the eyes, and then there's just something there, and it's bang, we start kissing right away. And I've been able to leave. My fastest time ever was, talking to a girl in a bar. I walked up to her, and I'm like, where have you been? I've been looking for you everywhere. What's going on? And like, she's like, yeah, I was looking for you over there. And she's just playing along with it. And it's like, oh, give me a hug. She gives me a hug, and it's like, and a kiss, come here. And then bang, started making out. And then it's like, have a little chat to her for 10, 20, 30 seconds. And then I said, hey, let's get out of here. And she agreed, and we went home to her place. But when it comes to picking up women who work in clothing stores, in many cases what happens is you actually have to go in there a couple of times to establish a bit of rapport with her, build up a bit of a connection, let her see that you're not some weirdo walking around the shopping mall, walking in and trying to pick up all the women who are working in the stores, right? She's got to get the feeling that, okay, this guy's a cool guy, he's not going to be bothering me coming in the store every day and all that sort of stuff. She has to suss you out first, because she doesn't want to have a problem in her workplace. I mean, that's going to happen if you don't naturally come across as a very confident, cool, trustworthy guy. If you're the sort of guy that comes across a little bit nervous, a little bit self-doubting, a little bit tense, a little bit awkward at times, then it's going to raise up her guard, and she's going to want to take things a little bit more slowly. So if you meet a girl in a clothing store, sometimes you'll be able to get her phone number straight away, right? You have a chat to her, and get some flirting and humor going back and forth, and then get her number or add her to Facebook, and then get out of there, and then take it from there. But in many cases, you have to go back in and build up a bit more of a connection before taking it to the next level. And lastly, spending too much time in there. So the thing is, when picking up women who work in clothing stores, often they've got to be seen to be working, otherwise they get in trouble with their boss. So you got to have that social intelligence and awareness to know when you should be getting out of there, when you should be sticking around. In some cases, they're going to be able to stand there and talk to you for half an hour. In other cases, they're going to be able to talk to you for like 15 seconds. But you got to just establish some attraction between you and her by being confident, using some flirting and some humor and things, maybe some sexual body language and stuff like that, and then go in another time, a couple of days later, and establish more of a connection between you and her. Right? Get to know her a bit while also sparking more attraction. Okay, so I hope this video has helped you. If you liked the video, I would really appreciate it if you could click like. And also, if you want to learn more about meeting women and approaching women and picking up women in different environments, the program that I have for you is 21 Great Ways to Get a Girlfriend. And in that program, myself, Ben and Stu from The Modern Man talk about how to pick up women in 21 different environments, including in the clothing store, where we go into a lot more detail. And Ben from The Modern Man gives some examples of what he said and what he did to pick up women in clothing stores, and where he went wrong in the early days, and how he got the number, how he got girls writing down their number and things like that. So if you're interested in that sort of thing and you want to learn more, then check out 21 Great Ways to Get a Girlfriend.